Hello, Spectres. Spacey Ghost, back from the void. I love this case. I love this case so much. I want to say this is the last case in Justice for All. And I love this game so much. I did not stop thinking about how we were gonna continue this and everything. We are almost done with the investigation. There's just one thing we have to do. All we have to do is go to Adrian and unlock her Cyclock. And I think we have everything for that. A lot of things are happening in this case. Maya's kidnapped. There's some... Is he... I've already played this, like, many years ago, so I don't want to be too spoilery. Of things that, like, I think was already said, but actually haven't. But yeah, Maya's kidnapped. There's, the kidnapper, has stitches down the front of his face for whatever reason. He looks super scary. There's a new character, Adrian, that we were introduced to. Where's her face? That's not her face. There she is. She seems really suspicious. And there's also... Hello! Like, little scandal between her and the victim. And also, a past person. Who is she? Celeste, I believe. Which may have to be the key to unlocking her Cyclock. And then I think after that, it's just gonna be the court case. I think this is literally the last thing we have to do. And I think we have pieced everything together. Because, so far it seems like she's most likely the person to have killed him out of, like, some kind of revenge. Oh, also, this case is really heavy. So I do want to warn you all ahead of time. I think really the major thing is just, like, discussions about, like, suicide and stuff. So fair warning to everyone. Also, Edgeworth's back. I love him. I miss him. He disappeared suddenly a year ago, yes. Because of all the, like, heavy stuff that happened at the end of the last case, he just... disappeared. He just left us for, like, an entire year. Heavy in what way? I thought Maya killed him. Maya didn't kill anyone. What are you talking about? No, I just mean just because I feel like we're gonna be talking a lot about, like, suicide and stuff. So I just want to let people know, like, hey, if that makes you uncomfy, that's perfectly okay. But that's what's in store. Let's go on our way. And try not to get lost as we go to Adrian. Yeah, no, Maya... Wait. Adrian, where'd you go? Yeah. I thought Maya was on trial for killing Edgeworth last game, but these all blur together. No, that's fine. No. No, no. No, how the last game ended was that after the final trial, Edgeworth, like, literally just left a note that looked like a suicide note, and everyone just assumed he died. That's it. And that was our whole, like, assumption in this entire game, too. Alright, now seriously, where did Adrian go? Adrian, are you here? Or is there something I still haven't done? With Edgeworth or something? Because we were talking about Edgeworth, and he was the one who gave us the clue. No, not move. Talk. Or is there something we haven't presented yet? I don't like to look through reports. Okay. I like suicide reports even less. Fair? First of all, the reports that have multiple parts like that one. That has two. Oh, there's two parts. Okay, so we were missing something. What you just handed me is the first part of the report. Here's the second part. Why didn't you hand me? Why didn't you hand me the second one to begin with? The second part of the report is about an attempted suicide. The attempter's name is Adrian Andrews. Oh, Pearl, you were too small for this. Pearl. What did she do? Puts headphones over over small child. We'll tell you when you're older. Why are you... she's too small for this. She's too innocent. You just sit at one of these computers and play Leapfrog or something, please. She doesn't seem like the kind of person to try and kill herself, though. You think she's a strong career woman? That's just what she wants you to think. You know, some of the people that act the strongest are actually, like... the ones who secretly need help the most. It's really sad. Adrian Andrews, she has a certain secret she's always trying to hide. A secret? Her dependent nature. That's what she's really like on the inside. Miss Andrews, dependent. Talk about the exact opposite of what that woman is. Do we now have both the parts? No? Okay. Adrian, now do you exist? Please. Still no? Okay. Maybe I need to talk to him. I'm sorry, I keep going back and forth. I'm just a little impatient boy. Alright, I'm back, Edgeworth. Oh. He was right at the top. I wasn't expecting that. What's this about Miss Andrews and having a dependent nature? Adrian Andrews' attempt at suicide. It's a few days after the death of Celestine Pax. And why did Adrian Andrews think about committing suicide? Because she had apparently lost her will to live. But why would she, honestly... I don't know if they, like, directly spell it out. Because this is from the early 2000s. But... like, I feel like her and Celeste, like, very seriously were in love. Or maybe she was just in love with her. And maybe not the other way around. Her pillar of strength, her mentor, Celestine Pax, was gone forever. That's why. Oh. Pearl, you really shouldn't be here. After her attempted suicide, Adrian Andrews started attending counseling sessions. She's someone who needs a person in whom she can trust absolutely. And once she finds that person, she'll do anything she can to keep them near. Without such an anchor in her life, her crippling anxiety stifles her ability to live. And that's the nature of her dependency on others. Celestine Pax suddenly committed suicide. The world before her turned pitch dark. That's according to Adrian Andrews herself. and that means her super confident attitude. It's all a facade. She's only copying her mentor's behavior to hold herself together. How terrible. How awful. Here we go. Here's the second half. Alright, now that we officially got it. Oof. I know I said it was about to get heavy, but I wasn't expecting it to be so quick, so soon. Poor Adrian. Here she is. Alright, here we go. Oh, Miss Andrews is here. Looks like she's talking with someone. Oh, she's talking with Francisca. No, get out of here. She's mine. Miss Von Karma. What are you doing here? Well, you see, his lawyer. Please let me do my job. Please just give me this one. You've got some nerve following me around. It's almost like we're working on the same case. Following you? That's you, Miss Von Karma. You're the one doing the following. It's okay, I got this, Pearls. You're always following after that Mr. Detective with the little beard. Me? Following after Scruffy? Don't make me laugh. Let me show you something interesting. What are you doing? What is that? Is that a tracker? What? Did you put a tracker on Gumshoe? She did! Oh my god! I think that's like a breach in privacy, ma'am. And with this, I know that fool's every move. So that noise we heard was this receiver, not a pager. I feel really sorry for poor Detective Gumshoe now. He goes through so much. And for absolutely zero pay. Poor guy. Now then, stop wasting time. Adrian Andrews. Yes? Think hard about what we just discussed. Understood? Alright. What were those two talking about? She's probably... I mean... She's very wrapped up in this case. She's probably gonna be the key witness. She seems a little dazed, doesn't she? I mean, depending on what they were just talking about. Alright, let's go. We will unlock these secrets together. Truth is, that's not that close to Mr. Kurata. You were not that close. I've never been good at being intimate with another person. You're not good at being intimate with another person. Somehow I highly doubt that. Okay. So I feel like... I forgot... We've already tried this once. I forgot what we used. I want to say it's this. You and Mr. Kurata had an intimate relationship, did you not? A silly third-rate tabloid article. If you even had half your wits about you, you wouldn't believe such rubbish. Well, it seems quite a few people have already bought into this story. That's to be expected in a world filled with crooks and liars. Not this elf, stay on her good side. In any case, I despise interpersonal relationships like that. However, What if there was a need for you to get close to someone? Me? Need to get close? As if there was ever such a need. Didn't you get close to Mr. Grata for this person's sake? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Celeste Impacts, your mentor. How do you know about Celeste? Okay, there's one. She committed suicide, didn't she? But it looks like no one knows why. Right before her death, she was Juan Grata's manager. So I believe you got close to Mr. Grata so you could find out more about her suicide. You have a great imagination. You may have a future yet as a slimy mug raker for a putrid third-rate tabloid? Okay. I've never heard of that before, but okay. There was no mystery surrounding her death, none. It would be pointless for me to force myself into a relationship for nothing. Is that really true? Was there really? No, there was. Because there was the missing note. Okay, I feel like we need to do the first part of the suicide report. Because it has to do with the specific fact that it was found by Juan, and it was hidden. Miss Impact's suicide note was never found, was it? Looks like the police were under suspicion that someone had hidden it. Like, maybe the person who discovered her body, Mr. Kurata. And Miss Andrews, I believe you thought the same thing. That's why you became intimate with Mr. Kurata. I sat by quietly and listened to your insulting ramblings long enough. It's true that Celeste was my mentor, however, allow me to say this again. It had nothing to do with me. I didn't even know that I'm a person who doesn't care about what goes on in the lives of others. That's the impression you like to give. However, I don't think that's who you really are. I have evidence that says otherwise. This is proof that Celeste Impacts was someone very special to you. St. Drews, you nearly went through it too, didn't you? Went through with what? Ending your life. Miss Andrews, you look and act like a very strong woman who has it all together. You don't ask for anyone's help, relying only on yourself. Yes, I've been very independent ever since I can remember. However, that's all just a lie. Facade. How dare you use Miles' own words? Like, I know she doesn't know, but we know. We were there. Always search out people on whom you can depend on. You were dependent on Miss Impacts, weren't you? Which is why, when she passed away, you lost everything you had. Okay, but we still have one more left. When could that be for? When Celeste passed away so suddenly like that. I died a death of my own, but no matter how hard I tried, I couldn't stop thinking about what had become of her note. You must have heard about the police report. The one that said the police suspected Mr. Kurata of hiding Miss Impacts' note. I heard about it and thought to recover it from him by getting close, am I right? If that's the case, then everything changes. But what do you mean? What topic did we start this conversation on again? It was why the victim was killed? Exactly. Somehow, Miss Andrews, it seems that you have become the one with the reason to want Mr. Kurata dead. Me. Miss was everything to you. And then she died. And you would do anything to find out why she killed herself. Even commit murder. Oh, okay, that was just the last bit. I was about to say, we used all of the... Yay. We used all of the evidence. It's true. I'm a woman who can only live in insecurity. Physically small, and I don't really have a lot of self-confidence. Push against all that, though. Tried to live strongly. or never wanted anyone to find out the truth. That's okay. Life is hard. Especially when all you have is just... I don't know. When you're just, like, by yourself. And you have no one to, like, really lean on. And, like, the one person you did is suddenly gone from your life. It's incredibly hard. In fact, I would argue that, like, she's actually one of the strongest people to be able to, like, still hold their head high, even if it is maybe just a facade. You know, what do they always say? Like, fake it till you make it? I strongly believe that that is actually, like, a really good, you know, statement to live by, because eventually it does start to become true. It's one thing I want to take with me to the grave. It was my secret, mine and mine alone. I'm sorry. It's okay. Despite everything, I'm here for you, Adrian. Probably think I'm a worthless human being right now, don't you? No, not at all. Please, Miss Andrews. All I want to know is the truth. After Celeste passed away, I heard that someone had hidden your suicide note. And that someone was Juan Parada. Without her, I became scared. Everyone seemed like they were out to get me. So you got close to Mr. Kurata to recover her suicide note, correct? Also, I'm proud of her for going to therapy. That's a big step. So is she now not a suspect? I mean, I feel like she still is. Because again, despite everything, we still have to do our job. Looks like that tabloid reported the truth after all. Ironic, isn't it? Well, like they say, where there's smoke, there's fire. And if they purposely add fuel to the fire, they keep the celebrity world burning. As for the suicide note, I didn't and wouldn't kill anyone for it. It just doesn't suit me, that's all. Well, that's enough for now. I still have work to do, so... I understand. Oh, I have one small favor to ask. Oh, yeah, no, of course. That's your own thing. If people found out about my weakness, I would sooner choose to die than live. Alright, I understand. We'll keep it a secret. You don't have to tell me twice. I guess she's the overthinking type. I mean, I overthink about everything. Now... I was about to say, yeah, let's hope the persecution doesn't try that. Now, if Von Karma decides to, that's on her, and I have no control over that, and hopefully that won't be the case. And if so, that is incredibly... That's crossing a line. I mean, I guess if there's, like, no way to avoid it, I would rather, like, have a small recess and discuss it with Adrian and get her consent before just, like, unleashing that on the public. How's your gaming going with Pokemon? It is going. The world is just so big. Most of it's exploring, and I enjoy the exploring, but I feel like I'm just getting nothing done. I got 2 gyms, the electric gym and the grass gym, and then I took on Merla, I think her name is Mila. I only saw her for like a hot second. The fire type Starfall person. Or Team Star, that's what it's called. I took on her, and she seems great. Team Star actually seems incredibly great. I've only met them, like, for 5 seconds, and I love all of them. And I'm on my way to do the poison one. And I've been avoiding all the Titan stuff, because I just don't like, Arvin. Or at least, that's my first impression on Arvin. I'm sure he's a sweet boy. But I just feel like I'm too small. I don't need to be taking on, like, giant Pokemon right off the bat. But yeah. Other than that, I'm enjoying my time. And right now, my main goal with my Pokemon specifically is I want to evolve, I forgot the name of the Pokemon. But either way, I want to get a Tinkerton. I really want one. And I think I have to evolve to level 38 to get one, I think is what the internet said. I could be wrong. She probably never says anything without carefully thinking it through first. Thank you for your discretion. Mr. Nick, can I ask you something? What is it? And again, I am so incredibly sorry. Miss Andrews has been playing with that card in her hand since a little while back. In an actual legal sense, they would have to bring it up if it was something that happened to cause the crime. See, that, like, I understand. Like, if there's absolutely no way around it. I understand that we would have to bring it up. It's just, I just would feel bad to do it. And I'm sure Phoenix would feel bad if he has to be the one to do it. I just want things to go smoothly for Adrian, you know? Also, the Titans were the easiest thing to defeat, because Arvin comes and helps you. Oh, that's nice of him. I'm hoping the Titans are pretty much exactly like, in Legends Arceus, when you have to defeat those... What were they called? The boss Pokemon. I know they had a special name. Unless maybe they legit were just called Titans. Yeah, I'm hoping they're like that. That card, yeah, I guess she has. Miss Andrews, where's that card you're holding? Oh, this. I don't quite know, it just suddenly appeared in my handbag. That's not suspicious. I know it's a shell, but it almost looks like a face. Like a side profile of a face. Also, your cycle gets upgraded, and can do other things. You might want to try the Titans, because they were fun. Maybe. Maybe after I defeat the poison dude. Also, it'd be nice to do new things. Looks like a seashell. That's what it looks like, doesn't it? Honestly, don't remember owning this card. Team Star took me 2 times to defeat for each boss. Wow. Yeah, it took me only once for Mela. But that's because I had, like, super overpowered Pokemon at that point. I have a feeling it's gonna take me a couple tries for the Poison Dude. Because I don't have that many Pokemon that are weak to Poison. I've been trying to pick some up. But so far, no dice. We're not remembering something clearly. Sounds like it would be a rare occurrence. Well, I must be off. Leave Mr. Ungard in your capable hands. Hey, why is that in quotation marks? I don't like the quotations there. Do you not trust me? Oh my god, I actually love Clyde. So far, he might be my favorite NPC. Like, I know his outfit looks dumb. But I don't know. I like this old man trying to be hip with the kids. Hip is what I meant to say with the kids. I didn't say anything else. I'm totally good with my words. Again, it's dumb, but like I don't know. I he's doing his best. That's all he's doing. Well, I think we gathered about all we can. What about Mystic Maya? Is she alright? Oh, Pearls. She looks so worn out by all this. Here, want me to scoop you up? I'll scoop you up and carry you. You've been walking so long. I wish it was an actual new character, not the head president. For a hot second, I had like a small double take, and I was like, wait a minute, is that who I think it is? Does he have a secret twin brother? No, that has to be him. And I have taken some of the classes. I'm trying to do a thing where I do like one or two kind of like major things, and then I head back to school. And then I go back and do like a couple of the like major uh, independent study things. Because I don't want to forget about the school. And I love all the teachers that I met so far. And I love how like the school is actually like a story by itself. Because I just assumed they would drop us up at school, introduce us to the students, and then we would just like ignore the school for like the whole rest of the game. Like that would just be like a setting off point and that's it. But no, I love how it's like roped into everything as well. She hasn't slept at all and has been walking all over the place with me today. Come on, Phoenix, pick her up. Oh, I just think the classes are just like a fun little narrative thing. Like, it doesn't have anything to do with leveling up. It's just nice. Just helping, I don't know, world building and stuff. Making it feel like, an actual place. Making it feel like an actual school. What's wrong, Mr. Nick? Let's go back to the office for a little while. Wow, you're really tired, right? Do you want a nap? Do you want a juice? I got juice boxes. Oh no. I'm okay, really. I'm fine, I really am. You're too young to be lying to us about this. Come on. You don't look fine to me. Come on, let's go. I got a nice couch. We can put on some Steel Samurai. I'll tuck you in all nice. I hate how they have a math class. That class will never be touched by me. Oh my god. I also despise math. Math is the worst. Why does math exist? I mean, I know why math exists, but come on. So, what now? Well, we did find one thing out for sure. Miss Andrews has a motive. You mean Miss Impax's suicide note? That's right. She was also the one to discover the victim's body. Clever. Wait, what? What? The transceiver. Oh, that's right, that's right. I forgot we were still carrying this. Maya, is this you? Maya, please. Please come home. Hello, Writing Law Offices. Mr. Attorney, you're not answering the phone. Sorry. Force of habit. Where's Maya? As I promised, I have not gone within a few feet of her this whole time. Which is why I suppose she's absolutely famished. Oh no. So I suggest you win a quick acquittal, my friend. At any cost. Wouldn't you agree? Wait, Maya, let me hear her. Very well. Maya, is that you? What is she asking for? Ask my sis. Oh, but I don't want to. Like, I love Mia, but I don't like seeing Pearl transform. That's the one takeaway from this game. Damn it, he cut me off. Mystic Maya said ask my sis, didn't she? What does she mean by that? Also, why do we need Mia? Oh, no, that's fair. At the very beginning of this case, Maya got kidnapped. Which I feel should have been avoided. Like, literally, some sketchy guy... Hold on, do I have his face? I don't have his face. I don't know why I don't have his face. But some sketchy guy acting like a bellhop is like, oh, Mystic Maya, you have a message. And then takes her by herself to an undisclosed location. And we're just like, bye, see ya. We're just gonna leave you and that man alone. And then... surprise, she gets kidnapped. And that's the whole reason why we're taking on this case. Because the kidnapper, like, his soul, what's the word? Like, they only ask of him is for us to get an acquittal for Engard, which is what we were already planning to do, so, like, I don't know why, like, Maya was kidnapped to begin with. Any guesses on who it could be? I mean, it was definitely the bellhop guy. Like, we saw in a little flashback that it was him that kidnapped her. Oh, Mia's gonna be here already, isn't she? Hi, Mia. I love you, but not like this. I have a message from Maya, so come, ask me anything you want of her. Oh, okay. I see what's going on. Maya is using Mia as some kind of, like, spiritual, like, walkie-talkie. Some kind of spiritual, like, message pigeon or something. How's Maya? She's safe, for now. The kidnapper is one to keep his word, it seems. Glad to hear she's safe. But Mia, how did you know? As soon as she was locked up, Maya called for me. I read the note she left. Then I gathered as much information about her surroundings as I could. I didn't know you could use spirit channeling like that. Pretty smart of her. I wonder if any other mediums have done something similar. Because if not, and if this is the first time it's used in this way, like, way to go, Maya. The kidnapper, what's he like? I don't know. Apparently Maya went to answer a phone call at the hotel and was struck there. And? She didn't see the face of her attacker. Maya's locked up in a very dark place right now. I'll tell you everything I heard when I was with her. Date? Time? Location beats me. Wouldn't you like to know, Weather Boy? Apple pie. I mean, at a time like this, sweets are the only way to go. I'm surprised it's not hamburgers. I have to stay positive. He promised he wasn't gonna kill me. I'm not going to die. Sis, I wonder if you're with Nick right now. Ooh, what is that? Oh. Someone dropped a card here. That is the same exact card Adrian has. Adrian, why do you have it? Kinda looks like a business card, but there's no name on it. My question is not just why do you have it, but also, like, how do you not remember receiving it? This case just gets more mysterious by the minute. It's a picture of a seashell, I think. What a strange card. It's locked. This door is locked, seems easy enough to open. On TV, the hero always used to... Oh, we have one! Technically, we have one, and there's so much cardboard. We could get out. Then click, they magically open the door. I wonder if there's a card like that around here I could use. Me too. If I use this, maybe I can get the door open. This might be my key out of here. I had a feeling this card might be useful. I'm such a genius. Alright, now if you'll excuse me, Mr. Kidnapper, let me just scooch right past you. I did it. Wow. Watch, he's like right on the other side. Okay, now I'm getting the heck out of here. I shouldn't keep Nick waiting, or worried. Because, you know, he's such a worrier. Why is it to be continued? Maya! Maya, come home! Maya, don't tease us like this. Well, I guess we'll never know if she really escaped. Watch, the whole time the kidnapper's like, ha ha ha. I have her right where I want her. Ooh, trust me, I've not even been 5 feet in front of her. I've never even, like, touched her or, like, been in the same, like, room as her. Don't worry. The whole time she actually is just gone from that cellar. And he just thinks, like, she's still, like, a sitting duck there. I hope that's the case. Adrian did it. That's what it looks like. Dude, no way, that woman couldn't do anything like that. In court today, there will be a mountain of evidence that will implicate you. Mountain of evidence? But don't worry, we'll climb it. We'll climb it together. I'm certain there's someone out there trying very hard to pin this whole thing on you. Please, Mr. Lawyer, dude, like I said yesterday. I'm refreshing like a spring breeze, alright? I can't let any sort of scandal ruin that. Look at this baby face. Everybody loves me. I understand. Mia, why are you still here? You must get a complete acquittal today. I know. I can't focus on my situation right now. Or Pearl's either. Please just put on a sweater. No matter what, I have to focus on winning this case by the end of the day. Indeed. Well, let's get going. You know, you're a bad kidnapper when the person you're kidnapping goes missing. This is right. Good morning. This is it, Mr. Attorney, the day of the trial. Maya, she's unharmed, right? Well, when I checked on her earlier this morning, she seemed a bit, how shall we say, tired. Don't worry, people don't die that easily. Besides, what you really should be concentrating on is winning today's trial. For my sake as well as yours, you must win today's trial. Which is why I sent you a little present this morning. What in the world would you want to give me? You'll figure it out once the trial starts, and even if you don't like my gift, I expect you graciously accept it and win the day's contest, if you please. I did not sign up for any sort of contest. Get out of here. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. No, no. No, no, no. Stop. You stop. Kidnapper, sir. Mr. Lawyer Dude, who was that? No one. It has nothing to do with you, so forget you heard anything. Dude, did your nose just get longer? No. We have all the evidence that we need. I mean, I assume so. I'm not prepared for whatever this present might be. Maybe that'll throw, like, literally everything out the window. Oh, wait. Wait. It's empty. The fact that it's empty gets my hopes up. And by it, I mean the persecution stand. Alright, so if the present is maybe Edgeworth, I might forgive the kidnapper. Although that will make this job a lot harder. We'll see. It could be the evil Von Karma. No, he's in jail. If he hasn't already died. Court is now in session for the trial of Matt on guard. Are the persecution and defense ready? Is the persecution ready? And what persecution do we have? The defense is ready, Your Honor. Who's it gonna be? I say, Mr. Wright, what happened to Miss Von Karma? I don't know, Your Honor. Why are you getting mad at me? I'm not her keeper. I don't have her schedule. Your Honor. Please be quiet, bailiff. Court is in session. If you must tell me something, please keep it brief. Now then, what is it? Prosecutor on Karma has... Where is she? Also, she was like so prepared. What happened? She was like gunning for this day. Don't tell me the kidnapper kidnapped her as well. Oh my god. That would be... that would be too much. Like, I know we don't like her. And by that, I mean only in the, like... while we're on the clock sort of sense. Personally, I love her, despite the whipping. But not enough to, like, actually have her kidnapped. No, give her back. Oh! Oh, shit. This morning, Miss Von Karma was shot by an unknown gunman. Put it back. Put it back. I would like to regift my present. No. No, not like this. What? Shot. Somehow. I think this is the present that man was talking about. Look, just because we don't like her methods doesn't mean we don't like her as a person. His presence. Miss Von Karma is one of the top persecutors in the country at the moment. Sure to disappear. It'd be to your advantage. I don't like this, though. I don't care. I don't care if this helps us. No. Give her back. This is totally insane. Miss Von Karma, is she alright? I don't have that answer. Do I look like a doctor? Oh, thank you. She's alive and in stable condition. Thank you. That's good. Shoot. I thought he'd show up. Hey. Due to the circumstances, Miss Francisca von Karma cannot appear in court today. Which can only mean he'll step in her place. Okay, I like this. Miles Edgeworth will be taking her place. Persecution is ready. Naturally. Wow. Ooh. Interesting. Miss Von Karma was shot in her right shoulder and is currently undergoing surgery. Interesting. I say it's interesting given that, like, infamously, Manfred also was shot in the right shoulder. That's a low blow. Like, not just the fact that, like, they shot her purposely for this, but also just the fact that they purposely made it in her right shoulder, just like her father. That has layers to it. Luckily, I've flipped this case over and am familiar with the details. The persecution seeks to prove the guilt of Mr. Man on Guard. The court acknowledges the persecution. Also, what timing that Miles just happens to come back from his disappearance right at this moment. And I'm glad for it, because I feel like if that weren't the case, then we would probably be stuck with Pain. And no one likes Pain. Those are the only two persecutors in this entire universe. Finally found the answer I was struggling for in my long journey this past year. By the time this case comes to an end, you too will know the answer. Now then, the prosecution would like to call its first witness. Please bring Detective Gumshoe to the witness stand. Yeah, let's go. Witness, your name and occupation. My name's Dick Gumshoe, sir. I'm a detective down at the precinct. For now. Oh no, don't tell me they're gonna fire you. I'll fight them, they better not. No, why? After this trial's over, I'm supposed to turn in my badge, sir. Detective Gumshoe. The prosecution has no need for a depressed witness. That's mean. Edgeworth, how dare you? Lift your head up and face forward like a proud officer, Detective Gumshoe. Here, come on, your best bud's back. Be happier. Now, let's have your testimony. If we want to explore the various facets of this case, we must start with that. Get ready, Phoenix. This is gonna be one very rough fight. Yeah. It would have to be with Edgeworth as my opponent. The answer he was struggling for. Interesting. Show me this answer you finally found, Edgeworth. Bare facts of the case. This murder happened after the Hero of Heroes award ceremony, sir. The victim, Juan Carrata, was found dead in his hotel room. After looking into the cause of death, we believe he was definitely murdered, sir. At first, we thought there was something suspicious about the empty guitar case. However, we later found out that the guitar case had nothing to do with the murder. Okay, so something tells me we might have to pinpoint the fact that the insides happened to be dry. When they should have been wet if the guitar case was open. Like, the whole time. After the award ceremony ended, the victim was alone in his room. Yes, sir. Both the victim and the defendant went alone to the room, sir. I see, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Will do, right away, sir. But did it actually happen after the Hero of Heroes ceremony? Would you please give us a brief timeline of what happened? Okay, pal, the ceremony started at 6 p.m. It ended around 8 p.m., and then there was a short break. The special post-ceremony show was supposed to start in the lobby 30 minutes later. And that's when the victim's body was found, correct? Which is to say, the murder occurred during that 30-minute break period. Please continue with your testimony. Okay, simple enough. But was he actually found dead? The person who discovered the victim's body was Adrian Andrews, correct? Way to get straight to the point, Phoenix. Who's this Adrian Andrews you're talking about? She's the defendant, Manonguard's manager. She's a really pretty lady, sir. Add that to the testimony. That's important. So she's a pretty lady. I wonder if she'll grace us with her presence. Just you wait, Judge. When the post-ceremony show's about to start, she went to get Mr. On guard. After visiting his room, she next went to the victim's room to get him for the show, sir. I see, and that's when she found the victim's body. The cause of death, wasn't that because Mr. Kurata was stabbed in the chest? Only a careless amateur would believe something so brainless as that, pal. Take a good hard look at the crime photo. Now, a real pro's attention would be drawn here to this bandana. Banana. His bandana, sir. The thing wrapped tightly around his neck, sir. Ah, yes, I see. His banana-scented bandana. Oh my god, Judge. Sure. And what about the knife? It seems to have been stuck in the victim's chest on purpose after his death. See, we called it. Something as obvious as that is totally set up. We have a crafty murder on our hands here. Strangled the scarf and then stabbed with a knife. I see. And why did you think that? Because it was empty, pal. Jammin' Ninja doesn't go anywhere without its bright red guitar. And we couldn't find it anywhere at the scene of the crime. Oh, then how about this theory? If Anne really wanted the guitar and did the crime to get it, how is that? We thought of that too, but... The only fingerprints on the guitar case were the victims. Huh. Only the victims, huh? I mean, what if they were wearing gloves? So much for my theory, then. What convinced you I had nothing to do with the case? I mean, what if the killer, or like whoever was there to open it, what if they like hid the guitar? What if they still have it with them? We just don't know it. The guitar wasn't at the Gatewater Hotel that night. Well then, why was it? Right, but guitar was eventually found at the TV studio. Oh. The victim, Monferrata, had apparently only taken the case with him, sir. So you mean he forgot to put the guitar inside the case? I don't know. I feel like we shouldn't just, you know, wave that. I feel like it wasn't just by happenstance. It was just a forgotten guitar. So that guitar case was empty even before he got to the hotel. And let's just say, maybe it was left behind. I feel like it was left behind for, like, more purposeful reasons. Instead of just him, like, plain forgetting to put it inside. What if it was used to, like, carry something very integral? to, like, whatever, like, the post-ceremony, like, confession thing was gonna be. Maybe that's what got him murdered, whatever was inside the guitar case. That's right, so it really had nothing to do with the case after all. I believe that is enough. First, the victim was choked to death with his bandana. Then, after the victim was dead, the killer deliberately stabbed him with a knife. Which brings me to my next point. Why, then, did the police arrest man on guard? Because there was a reason enough to suspect him. Here he comes. Looks like Edgeworth's back in full swing. We love to see it. Maybe you couldn't carry it with it inside the case, and you only could carry the guitar. I was just thinking, like, you know, everyone just assumes the guitar is going to be with him, so that would be a perfect moment to, like, hide something. And, like, kind of, like, smuggle something into the hotel. Because anyone just looking at you is just gonna think, oh yeah, it's the Jammin' Ninja. Oh yeah, look, that's his guitar. And not really think to, like, look inside. Very well, Detective Gumshoe, please testify about this matter. Yes, sir. Matt and Guard and Juan Corrado were huge rivals with each other. They each thought the other guy was in his way. And that's motive enough in my book. As for evidence, there's the Jammin' Ninja's button. It was ripped off the ninja costume found in Man on Guard's Hakama. The defendant's fingerprints were also all over the knife. The defendant brought the knife for the crime, which makes it a premeditated murder. What if the blood is actually blood from the stake? Did we even check the blood? Did we even run, like, a blood test on that? Like, that would be a really sneaky thing of the persecution. Just to, like, purposely, like, not run a blood test. Just so they could just point at the knife and be like, yep, that's his blood. No doubt about it. So the defendant's fingerprints were found on the knife used for the stabbing. It was sort of sticky on the handle, so the fingerprints came out pretty clearly, sir. Like, we saw that they were both eating steak. It would be so simple for someone with gloves to just take the knife that he was eating steak with, and then just do the thing, you know? And there's his button. That was found on the defendant's clothes, wasn't it? And is this button also covered in blood? Could also be steak juice. Yeah, and we know that the blood on it's the victim's blood, sir. What? Oh, this points very clearly to the defendant, doesn't it? Yes, it most certainly does, Your Honor. Ready to give in yet, right? Never. I'll find a hole in your argument somehow. You can press as hard as you like, just hurry up with your usual pointless questions. Alright. But in terms of popularity, Mr. Engard won, did he not? Yeah. But you know what's ironic, pal? Corrado was always the one step behind Mr. Engard in everything. This year it seemed like he'd finally caught up, ready for the big final showdown. Mr. Corrado lost the Grand Prix in the end. That's too bad, he must have been pretty downhearted after losing. Wait just 1 second here. Mr. Engard was beating Mr. Corrado in the popularity polls. Well, yeah, I guess, but Which means that in the defendant's eyes, the victim was not a rival at all. Yeah, by all means, like, he's on top. I still feel like that maybe somehow, along with the rest of this case, that maybe he actually didn't win. And that somehow, some way, maybe he, like, bribed them so that he won. Which means he had no motive to kill at all. I mean, I realize saying that makes it so then, like, oops, he did actually kill him, because that would be a motive enough to kill. At least maybe in his eyes. And that would, like, be really bad for our side of the case, but you know, that's the only way this makes sense to me. Yes, I quite agree. Well, detective. It's not, well, I guess if you put it that way, then yeah, the defendant would have had no motive. Cutthroat Edgeworth is just like, God damn it, Gumshoe. I'm beginning to see why you were fired. No, not you too, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, that's... I look forward to your pension negotiations. No. And I thought we were pals. No. Not my poor pension, too. Detective, if you value your money, I suggest you proceed. Yes, sir. We can talk about my pension later, sir. What about what I was saying? Hello? Anyone? It's okay. You can sleep with us if you need a place to stay after this case. Now I'm just picturing, you know, that old, like, Looney Tunes cartoon with, like, the giant, like, I want to say he was, like, a boxer dog, or maybe, like, a bulldog, and then the, like, little bitty tiny kitten, and how the little bitty tiny kitten, like, would, like, sleep on top of this giant dog. That's how I imagine Gumshoe and Pearl, if they do legit, like, decide to stay at my law office or something. If we just take them in because they have no other place to go. Do you have any proof that the button belongs to the victim? Oh, what do you mean, pal? Oh, let me put it this way. I'm asking you if you have any evidence to back up your claim that this button was ripped off the Jammin' Ninja's costume. But can you tell just by looking at it? But what if I can't see? Well, what if I forgot my contacts? And the victim's blood is on it. Anyone could have smeared that blood on there afterward. It's a fair point. Mr. Edgeworth, help me, sir. Oh, it's okay, Danny. Alright, I knew it had to be this piece of evidence. Now to reel this one in. Thread. Huh? The button was attached to the costume by thread, obviously. And that thread snapped when the button was torn off. If you match up the ends of the thread on the costume with the thread on the button, it's a perfect match. Yeah, that's it, what he said. They're a perfect match, pal. Hey, welcome back! That's Edgeworth for you. Never misses a beat. When was this button found? Pretty soon after the body was found, we rounded up everyone who knew Mr. Kurata. And then we did a search on them all. That's when we found the button. So it was almost immediately after the murder. The police didn't have the free time to lollygag and play tricks unlike some people. Hey. Wait a minute. How are the fingerprints arranged on the knife? That's actually a fair statement. Because what if he's right-handed, but the prints were more left-handed? What do you mean, pal? Examining the fingerprints, you can determine how the defendant held the knife. For example, did he hold it normally or overhand? Also, like, how you would hold it if you were stabbing someone. Even if they were already dead, is way different than if you were holding it to, like, cut into your steak. Oh, is that what you meant? Well, we didn't actually think of that. I can't believe the bumbling of this department. Hopeless. Were you paying attention to the testimony, right? The defendant's fingerprints were all over the knife. There's no way to determine how the knife was held at the moment of the murder. I still would request to know specifically where. It's very suspicious that they just happen to be, like, all around it, all over the place. There's no way this was a premeditated murder, even if he brought the knife. Sorry, pal, this isn't some pocket knife. It doesn't fold, so it's not great for walking around with, either. Oh, this is not good. Prosecution can prove that this was premeditated murder we're done for. There's something very interesting about what the detective said just now. Think carefully before it's too late. A button covered in the victim's blood, and a knife with Onguard's fingerprints. Be grateful. If the judge were more rash, he would have already pounded his gravel in closing. Yeah, we're still in a world of trouble. Well, before any battle, you must find your enemy's weakness. So let's find the weakness in this testimony, no matter how small it may be. Okay. I think I know what we have to do. Please tell me the stakes here. Okay, the stake's not here. But I feel like literally all we have to do is present the knife again, and just point out the fact that the word Gatewater is engraved, meaning that it belongs to the hotel, and it wasn't, like, snuck in by him. Like, there's no way he brought this knife specifically for the crime if he didn't have the knife on him until dinner, you know? This is a really weird final case, so good luck with this one, thanks. Yeah, It's a case that is definitely, like, more and more interesting the more time you spend with it, and the more things get unraveled with it. Wait a second. Wait a minute. I may be blind to blood, but I can still read. So the basis of your argument is that this is premeditated murder. It's simply that my client bought a knife beforehand. All y'all dumb. Do y'all think I'm... Do y'all underestimate me? They do. They do. Canonically, they do. But still. That's right, pal. The defendant did not buy this knife. It clearly says so on the knife. Take a good look at the handle of this knife, and you'll see what I'm talking about. Come on, Edgeworth. It has Gatewater seal set into the handle. I know the judge is kind of dumb, but like, come on, you think that was gonna like slide right past us? I think I heard of that name somewhere before. That's the name of the hotel, the Gatewater Hotel. Uh-oh. Uh-oh's right. Murder knife was actually property of the hotel, which means this murder was not premeditated. Unless next you're gonna be like, oh yes, the murderer, the murderers, like, researched the menu days before the event, and they knew they served steaks with these specific knives. It was all planned from the beginning. Yes, that's very true. This is very big. Don't laugh at me. No. What up? What's up, babe? What is it, Mr. Edgeworth? I'm sorry, but the defense is simply too careless. I mean, yeah, if they were a master assassin. But, like, look at him. Hold on, let me actually go to the profiles. Does this guy look like a master at anything? Show the child, I will. I hope she'll let me. She seems comfy. Oh no, she's not in the mood. Hold on, maybe. This might be weird. I'm gonna move the camera. Will you see her? There she is. There's the child. Being all nice and comfy in my lap. No pets, only sits. But I think whether the crime was premeditated or not has already been determined. How so? I admit this knife is hotel property. There's no one currently on the police force that is dumb enough not to realize this. But I didn't know. Oh. Yeah, he said currently on the police force. Who are those implications? Also, stranger things have been seen in this game, yes, by far. The question is, where did this knife come from? Oh my god. But they both had stakes. Unless that's his point. Sorry, Your Honor, but that's incorrect. The victim ate a last meal before he was murdered. With that being the case, I'd like to draw the court's attention to what is on top of the table. All I see is ketchup. There's a knife and a fork on the table. Then, where in the world did the knife come from? If it pleases the court, I would like first to recall the room of the defendant, Mr. Madangar. There's also a knife and fork. Especially what was on top of his table. But there is one plate that doesn't have a knife. There's something missing. Perhaps it is a single knife? We investigated the leftover dishes for fingerprints, and while we were investigating, we came to the conclusion that Mr. Madangar's knife was missing. Mr. Angard had gone to the victim's room with a knife he had used during dinner. Why would he carry a knife on a visit? To kill, of course. And with that, I believe the prosecution has proven. This was a premeditated murder. Amazing, Mr. Edgeworth. Absolutely brilliant. A brilliantly clear deduction. It seems like Edgeworth had this plan from the very beginning. This must be one of those traps, and I just walked headlong into it. Gotta love it. murder weapon with fingerprints and a button from the victim's costume. There's quite a sizable amount of evidence here. Hey! Galaxy! Good evening, little pterodactyl. Finally, the weekend. Yes, the weekend is here. How are ya? I can safely say that any further deliberation is a waste of your honor's time. Also, Edward's back. He may be being a shit now, but you know, he's just doing his job. We can't fault him for that. Although, I wouldn't mind if the defense were to present evidence not yet shown to the court. Evidence not yet shown means evidence that the court hasn't seen yet. In other words, new evidence. What does the defense have to say about this, Mr. Wright? See, this is exactly what I was just saying. Like, he could have just left it right then and there, and then we would have gotten it guilty. But because he specifically was like, oh, what if the defense has something that could rebuke this? Like, even though he has to persecute, he's still, you know, giving us a helping hand. And I see feedbacks on pics I took. I'm gonna publish on the store Instagram account. Oh, please. Please, please. Well, the judge is favoring the prosecution right now. We answer with something wrong here. The apple as well will be bringing out to the sound of our defeat. Mr. Wright, do you have something important and necessary to present to the court, do we? I mean, there's a lot that hasn't been presented. I mean, there's the wine glass. That's very specific to, like, this situation. I'm gonna present it. There's one. One piece of evidence that catches my attention. Something that this court has yet to see. This could be setting us up for failure, but I feel like why give us this opportunity if we're just gonna be like, nah, we're good. I'll say this one more time. I do not feel this trial needs to continue at all. However, I'm giving you one chance, and only one. What the judge is saying, right, is don't try pulling one of your usual bluffs here. If I mess this up, it's curtains for all of us. Especially Gumshoe. What if I accidentally clicked on my badge? This is a wine glass, is it not? Nope, it's filled with only juice. There is no wine in this universe. Please look at the photo of the crime scene one more time. Look at this pristine glass. Oh, those look so good! Oh my god. How do I get back to Twitch? There we go. No, they look really professionally done in, like, fantastic lighting. That's great, Galaxy. Way to go. Scene is a mess because of the victim's struggle against his assailant. Now, I'm, like, really impressed. Good job. The face was broken. His makeup's all over the floor. These were all things that were at one point sitting on top of the dresser. Well, yes, I see your point. However, this glass that is sitting on top of the dresser is mysteriously untouched. The only thing that had not fallen over along with everything else is this wine glass. This piece of evidence is more than strange enough to warrant further consideration. Like, just why, though? That's all I want to know. Well, what do you all have to say? Come on. Come on, guys. Oh, well, yes, it is a little peculiar. I know there's not much to go on, but, like, it's something. You can stop looking at me with those puppy dog eyes, if you would. Mr. Edgeworth. What is it, Your Honor? Your opinion? You don't need my opinion. Because there is no special meaning to that glass. But... It's safe to say that the glass was set there after the crime took place, but why that specific glass? Why was that so important? By the person who discovered the body, Adrian Andrews, for example, but why would she? That makes absolutely no sense. She could have easily been so shocked that she set the glass down without thinking. That does sound very plausible, Mr. Wright. Could Miss Andrews really have set that glass down without thinking? I don't think so. It's like... I feel like you would have to be, like, incredibly close to the body. If, like, the one spot you think to, like, set a glass down would be, like, right on that little, like, vanity thing. Instead of, like, the table that had all the food on it. I don't know. I don't think so. Or, like, I don't know. If I were to stumble upon, like, a really shocking scene, I would, like, clutch whatever I was holding even tighter. That's, like, what I think my reaction would be, not to, like, set something down. Type you're weak here, the trial's over. I can look for my proof later. Bluffing it is! For now, I should trust my instinct and point with certainty. It just might fall for it if you're thought-provoking enough. Alright, time to be good with words. The defense would like to challenge the prosecution's theory. We would like to see something that proves it was Miss Andrews who set the cup on the table. You turned the situation on its head yet again, as usual. Mr. Edgeworth, do you have any proof to back up your claim? Yeah, you always ask me for proof. Now it's your turn. There's no way he has any, he's just bluffing. Thing is, Edgeworth never bluffs. He always has some trick up his sleeve. Wow, she just pulls something out of his jacket, just like, oh, I also have evidence I've yet to, present to the court. Unlike Mr. Wright, I never say anything unless I have the evidence to support it. What? But I thought that's how lawyering works. Oh no. You're not thinking hard enough today, Mr. Wright. Did you think this wine glass escaped my notice? Oh no, we fell harder for his trap. Of course it has been thoroughly inspected for fingerprints. Not the fingerprints again. There were only one set of fingerprints left on this wine glass. Only one? Well, whose were they? They were not the victims nor the defendants, rather they were of one Adrian Andrews. Cool. That is why I said that this person who had discovered the body had left it there. Are we done here, Mr. Wright? Can't believe I fell into another trap. Oh. I mean... To be fair, I have seen plenty of people mistake, like, soap for like, blocks of cheese. So I can't completely fault you there. What? What do you want? I feel like Danny is in a mood where, like, she wants attention, but she doesn't want pets. So when I pet her, she just complains. And it's like, what do you want from me? You were literally on top of me. Miss Andrews was probably holding the glass when she went to see Mr. Grotto. Plot twist, the fingerprints are outdated. The fingerprints were from 2 weeks ago. Test them again. But upon seeing his dead body, she was stunned and sent the glass down on the dresser. But also, like, look at where she's standing. That would be, like, right on top of the guitar, wouldn't it? The open guitar case. What you just said makes a lot of sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Do you see, Mr. Wright? You can't change any part of my scenario, as it explains everything all too well. I've thought long and hard this past year about what it means to be a persecutor. And from here on out, I will show you the answer I've come to discover. Wait a second, Edgeworth. I think the persecution has provided enough evidence for me to enter my verdict. Unfortunately, I cannot allow you to pass judgment yet. Persecution is yet another witness we would like the court to hear from. Character growth, we love to see it. See, again, if this were the old Edgeworth, this would be it. This would be the entire case. Just, like, closed and shut. Or however that saying goes. Yes. Yes. But here he is, giving us a chance to prove ourselves. Giving us a chance to actually, like, see the entire case as it is. Okay, let's please bring in the next witness. Alright, drum roll. I don't want to slap my desk. I don't want to accidentally launch my laptop on top of my cat. Is it Lotta? If it's not Lotta... Hold on, does it say specifically here? No, it just says that she's... it just says that she's hotel security. But if it's not Lotta next, then it has to be Wendy. And I'm not prepared for this. It's Lion Guy, but he didn't see anything. He was just there. He was hanging out in the lobby the entire time. We were with him the entire time. I would hate it if it was him. Show us. That's not Lotta. Now then, witness, please state your name and occupation. Oh no. Oh no. This is not gonna be good. And yes, I will drink, thank you. Now, we all know about her crush on Edgeworth. Man, her testimony is gonna be so full of distractions. And we're gonna need water for her voice. Honestly, I might give up on her voice, like, halfway through her testimony. Because, I'll be honest, right now, I have a bit of a sore throat right now. I think I ate something I shouldn't have. Which sucks, because if it's the thing I'm thinking of, because my roommates brought, like, flourless, like, kind of cake pops, but in, like, a square shape instead of a pop. And they're so good. And I was like, yes, please bring more. And then my throat started feeling sore. So now I have a sneaking suspicion that there's something in those that I can't have. I wouldn't be surprised though, because a lot of substitutes for flour are just more things that I'm allergic to. Alright, guys. You can't see it, but those are total hard eyes underneath that helmet. Witness, your name and occupation, please. Oh. Heh. Gotcha. Shot to the heart. I wonder what happened to that calm composure he had earlier. Oh, edgy boy, it's been, what, a year since we last met, hasn't it? You should be more happy to see me. I saw the report with her testimony, but who knew that under that helmet? He was the wicked witch of the witness stand. I'll tell you this time, I know what I'm supposed to do. So today I'm gonna tell you anything and everything. Even things that don't have to do with that terrible crime. Miss Witness, that terrible crime is all the court needs to know. Oof. Shush, I'm talking to my dear Edgy Wedgie right now. Don't interrupt us, Gramps. I think you're older than him. Yes, madam. No, please, by all means, interrupt her, please. I changed my mind to get her out of this courtroom. Anyway, witness, your testimony, please. It's true what they say, that the youth are hot-headed nowadays. Not that I mind at all, Edgy. Now then, what should I start with? The witness was on security detail at the hotel the night of the murder. Is this correct, Miss Oldbag? It was a great job being able to see my dearie Juan. It's almost too much for my little heart to handle. You mean you were a fan of the victim? Look, everyone is crazy over that on guard saying he's cute in a fresh way or something. But not me. I won't say anything so silly. After all, I have no interest in a little child like him. Joke's on you, Juan is the same age. I'm only interested in a real man. Which case was Oldbag in last time? She was in the other Steel Samurai case. The one where he was the defendant. But those two were the same age. Anyway, as I was saying, I was pacing in front of his room that night. Very well, please tell the court what you witnessed at the night of the murder. Leave it to me, Edgy Poo. Miss Ma'am, you're married. What does your husband have to say about this? Anyway, after the ceremony, I went to pace around the hallway in front of his room. There was something I was interested in finding out, you know? Well, since I was on the job, I made sure to keep a good eye out the whole time. That's when someone showed up. It was a man coming out of poor Juan's room. He was on guard, man on guard. He was trying to sneak his way out of Juan's room. Okay, but if you saw him come out of the room, you had to have seen Adrian if she also happened to have gone inside. So, Mr. On Guard came out from the victim's room. It has to be him. He's the murderer. I see. Oh, Mr. Wright, you may begin your cross-examination. Cross-examine so hard. Miss Oldbag, what was your post on that night? The lobby. I was supposed to help set up the stage for that trifling show, but I refused to help. I'll have you know, it was for that lead-headed samurai show. I even took out a few of the nails. Maybe it was a good thing the show didn't go on. Besides, that manager with the glasses seemed to be working hard at it without me. So I thought I'd take a break and spread my wings a little. Okay, so did you just say that Adrian had an alibi? Is that what I'm hearing? And that's when you went to hang around the victim store. Something you were interested in, and just what was that? It's not some little thing I can just go around telling everyone, you know. It's top secret between me and Juan. And Ejipu, of course. Well, he's right here, why don't you tell him? Right here, in front of the whole court. Mr. Edgeworth, what was the thing she was interested in? I have no idea, I despise gossip, Your Honor. I think I know what to present. But it should prove relevant. We can always have it appended to her testimony later. Yes. Okay, maybe not right now. And did the witness stay in the vicinity of the victim's door the entire time? Again, I don't think so, because then she would have seen Adrian, if Adrian did go inside. Then would you tell us the number of people who went in and out of Mr. Kurata's room? I have no idea. But you were keeping a village in eye, weren't you? That's why ever since I turned 20, I quit keeping track of how old I really am. So that would explain why your age was not included in the report. What about on your driver's license? Isn't that proof of your age right then and there? In any case, the witness then saw someone, correct? Don't you have to present that as proof of your identity when you go into these kinds of, like, governmental proceedings? Who in the world was that? I'm not allowed to say. This sort of information has been carefully guarded from the masses, Sonny. The man that came out of Juan's room. He was... Yes, he was. I'm too scared, I can't say his name out loud. Oh, what I wouldn't give to have Francisca's whip right about now. Oh, man. Man, she would knock the nonsense out of Oldbag. Well, I guess I can tell you since he was such a bad boy anyway. You saw my client. Are you sure about that? Yesy! Really? Knowing brat, when I say I saw someone, I saw that person. Why do I get a sense of deja vu? Oh no. Oh no, I'm realizing something. It's something that was true in, like, the last case as well. And by last case, I mean the last case that Wendy in, like, the Steel Samurai was on. She said she saw Juan. Not Juan. She saw Matt. Now, did she see Matt as in Matt the person? Or did she see Matt as in costumed Matt? Because if it was costumed Matt, maybe it wasn't Matt inside the costume. Maybe to avoid a repeat of last year, I should delve into this bit a bit further. Oh, man. I feel like person's clothes is not going to get us anywhere. I feel like what we need is the person's face. Because if she says, oh, I didn't see his face, I just saw him wearing his costume and wearing a mask, could just be Adrian in his costume. Please tell the court about the man's face in more detail. You don't need me to tell you about his face. That soft, gentle look in his eyes and his effeminate lips. His right eye was covered by silky hair, his sparkling, shining teeth. His teeth were shining. Well, he's shining all around in this week's pinup poster, dearie. Pinup poster? Why do you... I mean... Can I maybe see? I don't care about how he looks in this week's issue. Please stay on what you saw that night. What? Unguard's face is the same no matter where it is. You know, you whippersnapper. She's hiding. She's hiding it. Just like how he was hiding his face. And by he, I mean Adrian. So, Mr. Wright, is this testimony just now important or relevant in some way? Is there any evidence? Is it just the samurai costume I might need to present? Because I don't know. That also looks pretty shiny. Maybe we could use it. Of course it was important, Your Honor. Then perhaps you would like to point out what part of that testimony was important. You don't really have to put it that way to get me to say. Like, I was leading up to that, my dude. Please don't waste this court's precious time with worthless questions. Oh, okay, maybe that wasn't it. Maybe I did have to do the clothes. Maybe then she would mention a mask among the rest of the outfit. She may not remember things or be mistaken here and there, but I don't think she's lying. It's bad for us. Really bad. But that's how the human mind is. It also has the tendency to jump off topic. She's strayed onto a few interesting side topics this time too, hasn't she? And that's what makes her a sweet old lady. There's nothing sweet about that old lady. That's because you're not the one who has to question her. Alright, let's go back and let's ask about the clothes. Because she might not even, like, realize that she's glossing over the fact that her mind connects the jamming ninja, not the jamming ninja, the Nickel Samurai costume with Man on Guard. And not just, like, assume, like, yep, that's him, because he's the Nickel Samurai. Please tell the court about the man's clothes in more detail. What a troublesome man you are, really, as if something like that matters. Oh, it does matter. What was it? Oh, yes, it was that thing. What thing? Gaudy thing he's always wearing, that racing jacket. Ah, he's wearing that at the detention center, too. Things meant for nothing but seducing women out of their pantaloons. Men. Right. Okay. The jacket was important. Hold on. I mean, just in case it somehow is, I'm just gonna say yes. Your Honor, request what the witness said about the jacket to be appended to her testimony. I don't quite see where you're going with this, but alright, witness please. Oh well, I don't like to be the badmouth anyone without reason, but if I must... He's wearing his flashy racing jacket. Honestly, it's all just for show. Are you sure the defendant was wearing a racing jacket? I mean, why would he be wearing his racing jacket if he was just about to come on stage? And it's known that he was gonna come on stage in his costume. What do you think? Not like I've seen him in anything other than that horrible thing. Jira's wearing it. She's so sure of herself that it's to the point of self-absorption. Thing is, do I have anything? Do I present the press conference ticket? Is that enough? I don't know. In any case, it is time for us to go on break, so we're just gonna pause here. And we'll get right back to his testimony. Y'all take care of yourselves. I'm gonna go, refresh my water. And we'll be right back. Hello, we are back. We are with Oldbag. And again, I am pretty no, I did not want to press... I pressed the wrong button. I have a feeling... we're supposed to present either the costume itself or the conference ticket. Either way. I feel like the point is that he was not wearing his flashy racing jacket, he was wearing his costume. Because it was just before the press conference. And specifically for the press conference, they said that he was going to be in costume. So first, I'm just gonna... I feel like the press conference is more clear of an evidence. The music did not stop, though. So maybe we needed... ow. Okay, so maybe it was the costume itself. Oh. Costume itself. No. Maybe I'm wrong. It's okay to be wrong. I wonder if I can add a different one. No, this is it. Man, and I was so certain it was either of these. Or maybe this may be, I don't know if this is a long shot, but maybe I'm supposed to present the gossip article right here. What's it say specifically? Okay, it's about him and Adrian. Nope, okay. You're so dead. No, because this is new, this has to be the thing we have to present on. Because why suddenly add it if it's not gonna be all that important, you know? just to see what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try presenting his profile. Yeah, no, that's not gonna be it. Why is this stumping me so hard? It'll suck if, like, this is wrong and there's no way to actually, like, go back, you know. Just in case we actually have the wrong statement. No, okay, we're dead. Oops. Sorry, Matt. Sorry, Maya. Oh. Wait, are we this far? I could have sworn we saved. I am so sorry. I could have sworn we saved. It's okay. We're just gonna breeze right past this. This is fine. This is fine. See, here's Wendy. And we're only on her second testimony. And this is still fine, because, you know, we can go back. Maybe it's not the close. Maybe we had to do, like, the one that was right in the middle. I forgot what it even said. It was not his face. It was not his clothes. Maybe the mysterious third middle thing was what we actually needed to press harder on. So maybe it's a good thing we're going back this far. What we have to do is press on everything. Oh wait, this is the one we're on. We're only on her first testimony, so we weren't even all that far back. Never mind. What the person was carrying. Okay. What was the man you saw carrying? In which hand, his right or his left? Was he carrying things? In both hands? Ah, now this is a real mess. I mean, I can't be expected to answer such a vague question. Indeed. Please be more specific with your question, Mr. Wright. Okay. I'm learning my lesson and saving right here. Sorry. What was the man you saw carrying in his right hand? Ah, he wasn't carrying anything in that hand. Okay, what was he carrying in his left then? How about his left? Empty. Then why the need to be specific? You could have just told me he wasn't carrying anything. So, Mr. Wright, was his testimony just now important or relevant in any way? Was it? I mean, I guess the butt. No, because it was proven that it was snagged on his, on the pants. And the guitar was proven to just have not been there that entire night, right? Because they were like, oh, he just forgot to bring it in his case. I'm still gonna go through with it. Yeah, it's important. No? Okay, so it is the jacket then. Darn. Okay. 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 I am phoning a friend, and by the friend, I mean the internet. And it would help if I could spell. Because my next guess would be somehow to present the button along with the jacket. I don't know, maybe implying like, oh, that wasn't the only shiny thing. Oh, okay, okay, I was right, okay. Okay. I didn't want to just, like, go with it and still be stumbling. I just realized something. We were on the right track. We were completely in the right track. It's just the completely wrong evidence. We're so focused on the costume itself that we forgot that this specifically says that it was found in Ungar's Hakama, aka his costume. How was it found in his costume if he was wearing his fancy racing jacket? That just flew over my head completely. Don't say my name for no reason. Do you know what this is? Ah, it's button number 2 on Jammin' Ninja's costume. I'm surprised it's not button number 1, since it's right here. I don't know, I would assume it would go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Now I know she's an obsessed fan. She identified it in a single glance. Give it here, give it here. Yeah, I'm gonna give this blood-soaked button to you. Then again, that could be even more valuable. Wow, she really is a diehard fan to want a button covered in blood. This button was discovered on Unguard's body during a full body search. See? This button proves beyond a shadow of a doubt it was the rascal Unguard. It was caught up in the fleece of his nickel samurai Hakama pants. See? But I doubt he was wearing just the pants. and the racing jacket on top. Witness? Now, it may just be me. And I do have an active imagination. I'll be honest. But just now, didn't you just say the defendant, Madame Guard, was wearing his usual racing jacket? Come on, fess up. I'm so sorry. Sorry that you judge people based on what they wear. If I wore the trendiest dress, maybe you blah 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 blah. I'm not reading all of this. Okay. Excuse me, don't be dissing my clothes. Now hold your tongue still there 1 second. So what you saw in actuality was not Mr. On Guard the man, but Mr. On Guard the costume. But when you think about it... No. I don't, but if you think about it, they're really one and the same anyway. See, we've been through this all before, in the last Steel Samurai case. You should know this by now. It's a very important point we're talking about. Ichibu, do you think so too? Well, it might be something worth considering. Just say it's important and agree with me for a change. Is that so hard? Witness, think carefully and try and remember as much as you can before you testify. Alright, if you insist. I should be the one sighing, not you. On guard, yes, now I remember. The Nickel Samurai, that's right, it was the Nickel Samurai that I saw. Yes, it would have been convenient for him to wear his costume during the murder. He had to go to that post-ceremony stage show right after the crime, you know. So he must have worn that Nickel Samurai costume when he was stabbing poor Juan. Also, I knew it. Also, as we pointed out, like, all this stuff about, like, oh, it's only on guard's fingerprints. If whoever was there in the costume, like, you know, did the murder, the costume has gloves on. It would have masked everything. And that further proves that, like, all those fingerprints they found were completely fabricated. And you'd say he was inside that costume? What? Did you think there could have been someone else inside that costume? Yes! Don't be a bad little boy thinking such rude things. But the possibility does exist. Ah, youngins, today I told you there's no way it was anyone else, but how do you know? Why don't you show me proof? Because I said so. What I say is the truth. Doubtful. Only she's just as delightful as a witness as she was a year ago. Mr. Wright, you may cross-examine the witness. Alright. If I must. Would you please get on with your testimony? Please. Watch your language, young man. What sort of tone is that to take with an elder? My youthfulness isn't what it used to be, so you should forgive me for everything. If you keep on barking at me like that, I'll start singing at the top of my lungs. Please don't, please don't, please don't. We don't want this. We already had a singing puppet. No. No. She's actually singing. Someone help my poor ears. Mr. Edgeworth, can you please do something about this racket? Witness, I will give you a piece of gum, leader. If you'll be good and stick to just the facts. Gross. Promise, right? Right? I'll be sending the bill for the chewing gum to your office at a later date. It's like, what, $1? Come on, man. Remind me to send you a thank you note later, too. Edgeworth, old chum. Be a little more careful with your testimony, please. Not too long ago, you said he was wearing his racing jacket, and now he's not. Give us the facts. Not too long ago. And let me ask you this, when you were itty-bitty, what was your grand dream? Huh? What did you want to be when you grew up, whippersnapper? My dream, huh? Don't entertain this, Phoenix. She's distracting you. Well, I wanted to be Judge Wagner, hero of the public's court, so what? Thing is, I don't think that's true later in the other games. I think they totally retcon that later. Hey, look where you are now, you're not Judge Wagner, are you? Are you? Well... what I said earlier. Who puts any weight into things like that? I mean, given that this is a murder case. And that was 5 seconds ago. And now is everything. Can't be held responsible for the past. Since when did court become theatrics over testimonies? Since the start of this franchise. All that matters is that man was inside that costume. Is that not enough? And why would that be? That way no one could see his face, of course. But there's still no advantage for him that I can see. In fact, you would think the costume would make him stand out all the more. Yeah, people would notice him so much more. Also, their rooms are like directly across from each other. Like... you wouldn't have to hide for that long, so why dress all up in the costume? I don't know, that's just my thinking. You're such an annoying child, you know that? You disagree with everything I say. Isn't that what you're always doing to me? I got it, maybe it was more troublesome for him to change in and out of his costume. Okay, that at least is kind of fair. Was there anyone else scheduled to appear at the post-ceremony show? Well, all the contestants were supposed to go on stage in a friendly gesture thing. And that included the Jammin' Ninja. Of course it included him. That's why when a guard came out of Dirwan's room, I didn't give it a second thought. But they hated each other. Why would they visit each other? So let me ask you one last time. Person you saw, it really was the Nickel Samurai. As showy as ever. Haven't I been saying that from the very beginning? No. You don't need to think too hard on this one. There's a contradiction in their testimony, and it's sitting in plain sight. The question is, what that contradiction means for us. Well, I have to figure out what you're talking about first, but okay. You think it's sitting in plain sight, you underestimate my ability. Was it just the timing of everything? Because wasn't he, like, late to the post-ceremony show because of the murder? I mean, that would further just solidify that it was premeditated, if that were the case. I'm gonna do it. I don't think it's right. No, it's not. It's not right. Do I just present the costume and be like, hey, how is this convenient? How is this, like, a perfect murder outfit with, like, that big, giant claw hand thing? And also the gloves. I'm gonna try that, just in case. No? Okay. Do I just present the knife and be like, but the fingerprints? It is the fingerprints. Please take a look at this. See, we couldn't just show the costume and point out, hey look, he's wearing gloves. We had to show the knife and be like, hey look, there's fingerprints. How are there fingerprints if he had gloves on? So it's a knife, big deal. If you're trying to scare me with that, I'll have you know it won't work. No, that's not my intention at all. I'm not, like, threatening you with this. That's the knife that was used in the murder, correct? Your Honor, do you know why this piece of evidence is important to this case? You don't even have to ask. It's because the defendant's fingerprints are on it. Come on, Edgeworth. Is that what you're driving at? Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I'm driving at. And I don't even have a license. What are we driving at? Whose car are we driving? If Mr. Erngard was really in the Nickel Samurai costume at the time of the murder, then it's impossible for his fingerprints to have been left on this knife. Actually, it would have wiped all previous fingerprints on the knife right off. Oh, that's right. The Nickel Samurai wears gloves, doesn't he? He probably took his gloves off before he began the stabbing, but like, look at this. Look at this, sir. Look at that giant hand. That would be so cumbersome. And why would he do something like that? To leave his prints on the murder weapon? Yeah, also, why would he do that if he's trying to hide the fact that he did a murder? There's no way he would do something like that. There's no way he would purposely, like, make it obvious that it was him, unless it wasn't him and it was someone trying to frame him. However, there's one possibility. And let's hear your possibility. It's very simple. The defendant went to the victim's room while in costume as the Nickel Samurai. At that time, the defendant had no intent to murder. He was probably just going to relax and talk with the victim about the stage show. Yeah, the two people who hated each other's guts. Which is why he took his gloves off. But the murder still did take place. It's well known that there was bad blood between the defendant and the victim. I have heard that before. Well, Mr. Wright, what do you have to say about Mr. Edgeworth's theory? Why would there be only one plate setting and not two? So, let me get this straight. Edgeworth's theory goes like this. When the defendant went to the victim's room, he had no intention of killing him. Now, up to this point, are there any problems with this theory? There are no problems. It's a contradiction. Think about it one more time. I mean, again, why would he bring the knife then? And just the knife? I'm starting to think that maybe the murder actually happened in his room. And not Juan's room. And then maybe he somehow, like, carried him in, or acted like, you know, did like a Weekend at Bernie's thing and like acted like he was still alive while like dragging his body to Juan's room and then setting him up as if the murder took place actually there. That's what I'm thinking. Because, like, I don't know, there's something about the table setting. Like, if they were going to get together just before the stage show, and it was supposed to be actually, like, a perfectly, like, amicable, like, environment, I guess. Why would Matt's hotel room have 2 table settings, but Juan's have only 1? And why would the knife be missing from Matt's hotel room? Because if this really did take place in Juan's hotel room, then you would think he would just pick up the knife that was already there and stab him. And I know that we already proved that, like, it was the strangling that happened and then the knife. And also I know this solidifies the fact that it was Matt that did the murder and he is our client. But yeah, Danny, do you agree or disagree with this? But I'm just playing with the space here. Playing with this theory. Have we still not figured it out? We're figuring things out. Hold on, let me reread specifically what this is. Okay, I think up to this point, there are no problems. Because if he did go in there with the intention to kill, then we're right back to, like, the whole, was it premeditated or was it, like, not kind of conversation. But if you let Edward's theory stand, then we're one very large step closer to a guilty. Oh, okay, so maybe there has to be a contradiction. This theory contradicts something in an earlier testimony. What are you babbling about? Now, for argument's sake, let's suppose Mr. Ongard was the killer. If that's the case, I think it's impossible for the killer to have gone to the victim's room without intent. Do we just do the knife again? I'm just gonna do the knife again. Okay. This knife, this was used by Mr. On Guard during dinner. Yes, we did establish that. But it was in his room. Why would he specifically carry the knife out if he wasn't gonna murder? Which means that if my client was, in fact, the killer, and he brought this knife with him when he went to visit Mr. Kurata. I suppose. However, you just said it yourself. At that time, the defendant held no intent to murder. If that were true, then why would he bring a knife? He wouldn't, would he? Or he would use the one that was there, not his own. Which means, Mr. Edgeworth, your theory was flawed from supposition 1. And one more thing. The murderer was wearing the costume at the time of the murder, and there should be glove marks left on the knife. Which means the defendant's fingerprints shouldn't be all over it like bees on a hive. And that brings me to my final point. This knife was planted by the real killer to hide their identity and mislead us. Hi, girl. Was this knife really planted by the killer? Why would the murderer do such a thing? To Hide the murder method. I mean, we already discovered the murder method. That was easy. That was simple, but obviously it's to frame him. It's to frame my client, Mr. On Guard, of course. Danny's being really needy today. I know she is. What's up, girl? It's so strange. Like, I love it, obviously. I wonder why today specifically. Aren't you forcing the interpretation just a little too hard on this one? I mean, it's the only thing that makes sense. We just established that the witness saw the Nickel Samurai in costume. And if that were true, then there shouldn't be a single fingerprint on this knife. Witness. Can she see the bottom of her food dish? I mean, it's empty. She ate all her food. Looks like I made your life a teeny bit more difficult, huh, Edgy Poo? Witness, did you or did you not really see the Nickel Samurai? Oh no, don't tell me. Don't tell me she was just making all this up. Are you saying you mixed up Mr. On Guard with the Nickel Samurai, his character on TV? I mean, I can't really do anything about that now. Look, I was waiting around in front of the doors because, well, I wasn't waiting around for the Nickel Samurai, that's for sure. Huh. She wasn't waiting for the Nickel Samurai. Alright then. Who were you waiting around for then? Is she secretly a Jammin' Ninja fan? It's top secret to anyone outside of security. I have a feeling you were waiting for Mr. Juan Karada, am I correct, witness? Oh wait, no, we know this. We know this. What are we talking about? No, she wanted his autograph and everything. Well, you think you're a sad amateur with a terrible case of nearsightedness. Amateur? Me? What am I an amateur of? So Oldbag was waiting around the front of the victim's room. Doesn't sound like she was waiting to catch a glimpse of Mr. Karada. Maybe the Oldbag was waiting around for that person. Maybe she was waiting for Adrian, because Adrian is, deep into the hot love scandal. Maybe she wanted to give Adrian a piece of her mind, like, no, that's my person. If it's who I think Mia's hinting at, it's certainly possible. Miss Oldbag. You were waiting for this person to come out of the victim's room, weren't you? Who is this person? This is Adrian Andrews, Mr. On Guard's manager. But why would the defendant's manager be in the victim's room? It seems that this is the latest rumor in circulation, Your Honor. Oh, this is spicy stuff here. I see. Judge seems to be really into the article, if it can be called such a thing. Unless manager with the initials AA, are you saying it's Adrian Andrews, without a doubt? The witness thought so as well. Looks like he found me out. Oh, that's fine. I can throw away this whole sworn to confidentiality stuff then. What in the world are you? Watch out, Phoenix. I've got a bad feeling about this. A very bad feeling. But how true is this information? Because I don't trust a single word you say. That's why I was doing my own little investigation, in secret, of course. But what for? Oh, just for myself. Personal reasons and all that. Oh, Mr. Edgeworth, how would you proceed from here? I really don't want to do this, however, I cannot simply let this point slide. Alright. This is gonna take the wind out of you young'uns. I'm sure we're all capable of handling this. Oh boy, what did she have to say? What secret information? Guard is one evil, evil man. He thought he could ruin poor Juan by causing a huge scandal. So to do that, he sent his own manager to get in close with Juan. I cannot condone such dirty tricks, so I took action. Oh, and this is top secret. You got that? Nobody else but you and me know yet, okay? Oh boy. The defendant sent his manager. What a distasteful topic for court. Nobody's above gossip. Isn't there a saying, the truth is never pleasant? Never heard that one before. What about this Adrian Andrews person? We have looked into this matter. Found that the truth the article proposes is in fact baseless gossip. But should this be true? This proves that the defendant did bear ill will toward the victim. So this means I have to smash this rumor once and for all. Alright. Well, as the old saying goes, you've gotta burn old bags with fire. Time to fire up the afterburners and hit the highway into the danger zone. Okay. But how evil was he? You can't say something like that without proof. That's just slander. He could get you for defamation. But the name of the magazine this came from is Gossipland. It's not a reputable source. Are you saying that gossip is all just a pack of lies? That's literally what it possibly means. Okay. I suppose next you'll swear to me that the news is 100% truth. I mean, depending on the source, that's also true. You got us there. Yes, discrimination is bad, Mr. Wright. For shame. When did I do anything like that? Anyway, on guard, they'll never get me to say touche. A scandal. What do you mean by that? You're a dim-witted one, aren't you? Can't believe you don't know what a scandal is. Honestly, what are they teaching kids in middle school these days? I wasn't asking what the word scandal means. Even I know that much. Well, that Angard thought he could own a monopoly on popularity. You don't have any proof that Mr. Angard did any such thing. You must be suffering from shock, the shock of hearing the truth. Now since you're in so much shock, you can't do anything right. Oh no, don't listen to her. You're right, I can't do anything, but boy do I wish I could do something about you. Can you show me proof that Angard didn't bear any ill will towards Juan? Not really. I mean, just in case, I'm just gonna check. So, what do you mean by I took action? Like I already told you, I was lying in wait close to the crime scene. Once that slimy woman came out of Juan's room, I was gonna capture her, teach her a good lesson. Something you youngins need. You were going to teach her a good lesson. You're admitting to... Okay. I was gonna make her eat the damaging beams of my ray gun. Like this. No, stop. My weakness. Well, it's too bad the woman didn't come through the door that night. Wait. What? I'm a busy woman. Tea time with kids is over. Secret information that no one else knows yet. If that's true, then how do you know this secret information? Yeah. How scared we're stuck there and not gonna be able to go any further. Nah. We're good. We're good. We're progressing. Well, that's because I'm a pro. Yes, that's it. Or are you just making stuff up again? I think she's just making stuff up again. It's secret. Even if you drill a hole into my brain, you'll never find out. Also, like, all this stuff that is top secret information is just what the article's about. It's nothing new. How in the world did that old bag get such a secret piece of information? I'm gonna try presenting the article. Oh, no, the camera, though. So no one else is supposed to know this secret information, correct? If that's true, then why do you know it, Miss Oldbag? Because the camera's missing. Why are you looking at me like that? Stop it. Witness. Hate to say it, but this is how you came to acquire secret info, isn't it? Stolen on the night of the murder, a tabloid article about the victim was in the case. Yeah. Please go away, thank you. The investigative photographer, Lotta Hart. Oh yes, I remember that mischievous girl. She reported that she had lost a certain note she had written to herself. She reported such a thing? On that piece of paper, she had written down some of her impressions about the relationship between the victim and Miss Andrews. Outrageous ideas, you say? No, I said impressions. I caught myself, don't worry. And everything written on this piece of paper is completely meaningless. Can I see it, by chance, please? That's it, that's the note. I think legally you have to give it over. No, you see, this is something completely different. This is my top secret list of groceries to buy. And you are the one who took Miss Hart's note. I'm a huge fan of wands, that's why. That infamous puffy-haired whippersnapper. She's working with that evil on guard, she said so herself. On guard, I'm his sidekick. She was so happy, smiling like a silly duck. I was only checking what she had written. I like how the music just completely cuts out. Like, even the game's just done with her. Oh, he's not gonna save you. I was only trying to help out like the angel I am. It's only one little piece of paper. I've never taken anything else before. You really should come with a supply of cheese to match your vintage wine. Well, it was only a piece of paper. I suppose we can overlook this just this once. Stealing, though. She looks like she's really sorry. Also, there could be more information on it. That could be important for the case. Should I forgive her? You know, let's pile on more pressure. If I let up on her now, she'll get away. I have to find some way to inflict a deafening blow to the prosecution. Witness. Said that the only thing you stole was the note. Is this correct? Why don't you listen more carefully, you annoying brat? I saved this piece of paper from the terrible, lonely trash can, that's all, but what was it in? You're lying, damn it, and I can prove it. You're putting my credibility under scrutiny again? Miss Oldbag? I don't believe that the note is the only thing you stole that night. I mean, also the camera. Oh, but what if it was actually the guitar, though? That would be interesting. I'm gonna do it just in case. Ah, no. Darn, okay. We should have gone with our first instinct. Miss Oldbag? That note was with a camera inside its case, wasn't it? Man, and I was gonna be so shook if she was actually the one that was behind the missing guitar. Like, if it actually wasn't something, like, sinister and having to do with the murder, but it was just her being her and, like, stealing shit just because it's Juan's, like, precious guitar or something. The camera. Yesterday, Lotta Hart was raising a huge stink over her camera. She kept saying something like, "My sweetie, a $1,600 camera disappeared on me." What is it, Gramps? If you have the note, then it's only logical that you have the camera, too. The camera that has very specific photos that could help us out, ma'am. Is this the camera you're looking for? Oh, it's just on you. Okay. That saves us some time. Even though I look like this, I'm still a person, you know? I still eat meals like you, I fall in love, I borrow things from people. Borrow. I think your definition of borrow is a little off. I saw that woman's business card, and that's when I noticed it said, "Slime Bag Celebrity, Photographer Extraordinaire." When I saw that, I had to know what sort of picture she had taken. I'm a professional security guard. It's my business to know these things. Interesting that she's honest with herself, calling her a slime bag. Check this camera's photos, hurry. We must examine them at once. I want to see them. Well, Mr. Edgeworth, what do we have? Please, I want to see them. There's only one photo that seems to be relevant to this case. Doubtful. I want to see both of them. I don't care about your opinions. I bet you he's only saying that to hide the one that actually has some, like, something outrageous on it. That's gonna blow this, like, completely out of the water. Please present it to the court. Ah, here we go. We ran into this issue again in the previous case. If this was really Matt on guard, why would it be all bunched up on the legs? Why would it not fit him? That's because it's not him inside the costume. This is the Noble Samurai. And this proves that the witness is not lying earlier about this matter. Please, please let me get my hands on this, please. I want to get my grubby little hands on it. I want to point at the inconsistency. It's clear as day. This photo by itself does not prove that the person in it is the defendant. However, in his own confession, Mr. Ungard clearly stated that at the time of the murder, he was still in his nickel samurai costume. If that's the case, then this nickel samurai is the defendant. Then why does it not fit? I think this brings us to the end. We've examined every piece of evidence thoroughly. Final comments, Mr. Wright? The court will consider them before we close. Also, I like how the mountains of the pants go to the floor and look like the floor is part of the pants. You're right, it is kind of neat. Do you agree that his photo is decisive evidence against my client? And this photo really is decisive, then we're done for. But if I raise an objection here and blow it, then I would put Maya's life in jeopardy. I can't make a mistake here. There's only one road out of this mess. Here we go. This photo that Lotta took, there is something strange with it. There's something strange with this photo. It also looks like a fake left leg. Maybe? Kinda. It is a weird angle. I knew this was coming, right? Oh, yeah. Either way, it might be just like the angle they're at. Or like how the pants are bunched up. I think we can all agree there's nothing strange with this photo, but I disagree. Don't put words in my mouth. There's no way for the defense to debunk this photo, even with a bunker buster. Is that what you're planning to do, Mr. Wright? Maybe. Anyway, please look at the photo one more time. If you really believe you can honestly find something wrong with this photo, then you should only need one chance, correct? I mean, I think that's all the lives I have left anyways. Well... I have to find something wrong with this photo. I can't let this chance go by. Where the heck did she take this photo from anyway? She was literally hiding in, like, the piles of flowers. Where's Justin Hammer or Iron Man? Don't tell me don't tell me you still think Will Powers is the murderer. He's a softie. He did nothing wrong. It's all out of focus. Why can't you take a good shot, especially when it counts? I bet you the one that's really in focus is the other one. That Edgeworth is totally hiding. What about this photo is strange. Boop. I hope this works. I would like to direct the court's attention to this one area right here. Behold the pants. They do not fit. What are you pointing to? His ankles? If you could see this person's ankles, that would be one thing. However, you can't. Yeah, because, like, look at this. Look at how perfect it fits on him. You can see his whole entire foot. Oh, okay. See, that reference completely went over my head. I'm so sorry. What does that mean? The costume person in this photo could not have been Mr. On Guard. What is the meaning of this? I wonder if you would care to elaborate, with actual facts, that is. Let's take a look at the Nickel Samurai's poster. Please pay particular attention to the area around the bottom of the hakama. His socks. You can see his socks. Exactly. However, in this photo, where be the socks? I see no socks. There's only one explanation for this. The person inside this costume is clearly much shorter than the defendant. Alright, I think I turned things around for myself this time. That's curious. What is? Edgeworth is unusually calm today. Oh, don't tell me... that's true. He's just letting the trial run itself as if he's only along for the ride. What do you mean by that? Maybe whatever we're leading up to... Maybe we're accidentally stacking things against us. Perhaps he doesn't feel under attack at all. If you want to get away with being in the costume, at least try and make the pants look normal. Maybe they're banking on no one really focusing on the feet, and just focusing on, like, the upper half. He doesn't feel under attack, then I haven't damaged his case at all. Mr. Edgeworth, where does this leave us? If the person in this photo is not a man on guard, then everything the prosecution has tried to prove has become meaningless. What you gotta say, boy? I figured it would come to this. What? Right. I have something I want to ask you. If it's my hand in marriage, it's... Not the right time and place for it, my guy. I think you have proven that the person inside this costume is not man on guard. Yeah, that was the point. Yeah, same wavelength. In that case, who is this a photo of? Who is the person wearing the Nickel Samurai costume? I mean, it would have to be Adrian. Don't stress out over this, Phoenix. It's very simple. Yeah, there's only... That's the only option. Well, you should be focused on his Edgeworth's attitude, don't you think? Yeah, why is he so calm? Why are you standing like that? Adrian Andrews. If you want to know who that Nickel Samurai is, it's none other than this woman. Why would you say it must be Miss Andrews? What in the world points you to her? For starters, she's short. She's just a little guy. And she could freely move in and out of Mr. Unguard's room. And also, we know she saw the body at some point. Finally, she had dinner with Mr. Unguard that night. How does that all add up? It means that it makes it very easy for her to get a certain item. A certain knife with Mr. Unguard's fingerprints all over it. Knife that was used as the murder weapon. Why don't you just say it is what Why don't you just say what it is you want, right? I have to do this now. This is my last chance to turn things around. The defense moves to indict Miss Adrian Andrews in the murder of Juan Kurata. It was Miss Andrews who tried to frame the defendant for the crime. What, looks like this trial has hit a most unexpected development. Mr. Edgeworth. Yes, Your Honor. This court is issuing a subpoena for Miss Adrian Andrews. The verdict cannot be passed without first hearing her testimony. Alright, this is it. This kind of bad for us. Why is it bad for us? What do you mean? If Adrian Andrews is summoned to court as a witness... I mean... It means that the trial will go on for another day. What if Mr. Kidnapper will be nice to us? I mean... Technically, we're still not done with the trial. Technically, we could still get him acquitted. If I don't get a verdict today, then Maya... Now that we shall set Miss Andrews' testimony for tomorrow. What am I supposed to do? The judge is about to adjourn the court. I mean, I guess all we have to do is raise an objection. Because if we just wait, then, like, time's gonna pass. No, then. Please, Your Honor, continue the trial. You must pass a verdict today. Yeah, we literally can't do that. What are we supposed to do? Edgeworth, my love. Thank you. Thank you so much. In here, I thought someone was just gonna burst through the doors. Maybe Adrian herself. I don't know. Probably not her. Because if she did do it, then, like... that would be really bad for her. Unless maybe she had a change of heart, and she's like, oops, I did do it. Please arrest me. I have her wasting such valuable time. Thank you, Edgeworth. Your Honor, I request that you please continue with today's trial. But... we cannot continue due to this unexpected development. Tisk. Unexpected development. We deal with that all the time here in court. Think you underestimate me, Your Honor. He secretly had Adrian just in the back. But Mr. Phoenix right, the slave is waiting to subpoenaing Miss Andrews is all happening according to plan. Even if right, it was a bit slow to catch on. What do you mean according to plan? Do you actually or already have her here? She's already here. Okay. I love you, man. She's the next witness. Thank you, but also... you could have just said that. Everything was planned out in advance by that man. Somehow I knew there was no way Edgeworth would overlook Miss Andrews. Looks like this battle's far from over. Exactly. Very well. I also don't like the fact that he already planned this. Which means that maybe this won't go as well for us. We will call the next witness. However, before we proceed, we shall take a 10-minute recess. Please prepare your witness in that time, Mr. Edgeworth. The court will now take a 10-minute recess. To be continued. Nice. And I think this is a perfect place to end things. A perfect spot. Thank you everyone for watching. Oh man, I miss Edgeworth so much. I miss, like, the whole back and forth between the two of us. And it's especially good seeing him now that, he's had this, like, time to, like, really properly, like, think about things and think about, like, his reasons for being a prosecutor and doing things, and just being like a better person for it, even if he is like working against us. I feel like there are times when he just like pauses and, you know, decides to switch it up and like stealthily help us just because deep down he also like doesn't care about winning, even though that's been deeply ingrained in him since childhood, and like just deep down also it just wants like the straight truth. Mm. Also, I'm just gonna be excited to focus on Adrian instead of just Oldbag. I cannot stand her. Sadly, there are worse characters in this franchise, but she might have to be one of my least favorites of the reoccurring ones, I guess. But yeah, without further ado, I will leave y'all. I hope you guys have a good weekend. We'll be back on Monday. Let me actually double check what day it is. What day is it? Okay, it's only the 9th. Yeah, we'll be back on Monday. Yes. Next week will be as normal. However, the week after, I feel like I'm going to repeat myself often, but I want to make sure everyone knows the week after, I'll be leaving for like the holidays. So, the week after, starting on Friday, I will not be streaming, and unfortunately, I don't know when we'll be picking up. Probably not until uh after the 1st of January. So that's gonna suck, and I'm gonna miss you guys. Uh, but also, I can't really stream if I'm not home. So yeah, I will update the schedule accordingly when the time gets closer. And also, if anyone hasn't already, you can totally follow me to know when we will be live. So until then, hope you guys have a good weekend. Goodbye.